Hello, and welcome back to my garage, the L500 rebuild. Today we're going to be focusing on pretty much just this bike, getting it rebuilt, getting it up to par. We went down to the junkyard in the last episode and purchased it for, as you can see right there with the purchase order, I believe it says 1400. I am not too sure, or 1300, 13 something. Anyway, the value of it as of now is only 632. So we lost a little bit of value when we bought it. But let's go ahead and get this thing taken apart and let's get started on it. First things first is we are going to go ahead and remove all the panels and pretty much everything. I should have went ahead and just washed it first, I suppose. But let's get this off. Sit it down. We're going to go ahead and give it a quick wash. And get that up to par, get it the full 5 stars and all of that. Now this thing is pretty junk, a lot of bad parts on it. Alright, let's take a look. Okay, we got the clean state at 5 stars. How much is it worth? 1100. So we almost got worth the full value of it just by cleaning it, so there we go. Okay, and first things first is we're going to go ahead and get these painted and grinded out. So let's grab our grinder here. It's right there. Pull off that one, and there we go. Yeah, so let's get this all fixed up here. There we go. And we're just going to flip it around. I believe there's rust on the underside. Indeed there is. Right. Underside can be a little bit more difficult to get, but we got it. Let's go ahead and flip this back over. We're going to have to figure out what color to paint it. We're not painting it green because that is the color of death. So we will pick one of the colors that we have up here. Or I'll probably just use the one down here, maybe this blue. It'll probably look pretty nice. Okay, let's grab our wrench, and we will paint that toward the end. I don't think these little panels come off. Maybe they do. I'm going to get the pry tool real quick and see if they actually come off. So this is my first L500 build. I have done the Hardy before. Oh, good, they do come off. Fantastic. Let's look on the underside real quick here. Okay, so it doesn't look like the backside gets painted. So let's just go ahead and set that there. And we're going to pull off this other one. Oh, that's not quite what I was trying to do. Let's go ahead and see if we can redo that. And we'll stick this one over here. Let's go ahead and move the fenders over. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, let's see if we can get this back up onto, back up onto this makeshift bike stand I have here. They do have a bike stand in the shop that you can purchase, as well as a bike, oops, it's not what we're doing, as well as an engine stand. Okay, I think we got it back on there. Let's go ahead and pop off the chain. And that is a bad chain, so we're going to go ahead and just stick that over on this side. Let's see here. Let's see, anything else we can pull off by hand? It does not appear so, so let's grab our wrench. Let's get this broken-ass exhaust off. There we go. Don't hit the bike, please. We're going to set this over here as well. And the bike fell back over. So this isn't the best stand, obviously. Give me a second. Okay, well, this thing does not like to play nice with my makeshift stand, so we're going to go ahead and get this wheel off and see if it'll work a little bit better once the wheel is off. Oops. Okay, we lost a lot of stuff there. Okay, so this wheel is actually good. Let's go ahead and just leave this over here. But it does appear that we pulled off the rear brakes. Let's take off the pads, maybe that's why. Okay, yep. I don't know how these brakes look. They look to me like they're pretty good. But we'll just leave them here and maybe just get some brand new ones. This one looks a lot more worn down. So yeah, what are these even called? The brake shoe? Okay, they're both brake shoes. Used but still works. This one has a crack in it. So yeah, we'll definitely replace the brakes. Okay, this thing does not want to stop rolling around. Okay, okay, we got this. All right, let's see if I can get this to stand up a little bit better now that that tire's not on. All right. So we do have a good kickstand on here, but we are going to pull it off for the sake of trying to use my makeshift stand here. All right, let's see if it works in a now. Okay, we'll see if this works. I could go buy the bike stand and engine stand from the shop over there, but I don't really want to. I don't have that much money. So the next thing up is we're going to go ahead and start taking off this front end. Let's get the grips first here. They are actually in good condition, so we'll stick these over here, as well as this side. Alright, it looks like the lever here is in bad condition, even though the actual lever part looks like it's good. There we go, drop that off. I'm just going to set this on this side. The handlebars are bad, so we're going to go ahead and pull them off along with this little tachometer here. I don't think this has a damaged state to it, so I think it's always good. Let's pull off these handlebars. There we are. We'll just stick these over here. That kickstand is good, so I don't want to forget that. And let's pull off this right fork, as it is also trash. There we are. Alright, this little, I don't know what you call this piece, but it does look like it is in good shape. Let's go ahead and get this rear shock off. There we go, wrong side. Okay, I had to get rid of those things. I was having a little bit too many issues with it, but let's go ahead and get continued here. So it looks like everything else is going to be mostly engine related. I think we can take apart most of this on the bike here, so we will do that. Let's go ahead and get this top cover off first. There we go. Alright, so let's take a look inside here. As we can see, it looks pretty trashed. Let's see if we could remove the timing chain, and we can. A little bit hard to tell, but I think that is a bad timing chain. Alright, let's see. We could go ahead and pull off this whole head. I don't know if it doesn't look like any of these parts are good. Maybe this little gear on the end here. Let's just go ahead and pull this off and see. And I don't know if that actually comes off, or if it's one part. So we're going to get our pry tool and just check. Let's see here. Okay, it does appear to be one part, and it is a junk part, so we will throw that to the side. Alright, let's go ahead and finish removing, well, we might as well grab the carburetor. So we're going to first remove this little tiny fuel line. Well, if I could have reached it. Yep, that is a smallest fuel line you'll ever see. Right, and let's go ahead and pull off the carb now. We're just going to take the filter and carb all off in one shot. As we can see, they are trashed. So next up will be the head itself. There we go, and this should be all just one piece. Indeed it is, which is also garbage. Let's see how the head gasket is. Head gasket's burnt out as well. All right, let's go ahead and pull off the cylinder itself. Cylinder looks fine, so we will keep that. And the piston is trash, of course. So we're going to go ahead and start off with this cover here. There we go. There's three. Oops. There we go. There's three pieces. I don't know if this is good or bad. It looks not. It doesn't really look good, but I think it's actually okay. Otherwise, it would be this brown color. Let's go ahead and pull off this other cover, which also doesn't look good, but I think it is actually good. Alright, yeah, so this whole side is pretty gone. Let's go ahead and get this side now. We do have a good kickstart. Oh, but look at the crankshaft under the kickstart. It is totally burnt out. We're going to pull this off here. This is a fuel filter cover. Garbage. It doesn't look like there's even a fuel filter inside. But let's go ahead and pull off this side of the cover now. Let's see here. Yep, it looks garbage, but I'm pretty sure it is just fine. Alright, and there is the piece that was inside there that looks like, oh, it's part of the starter. Of course it is. That's super garbage. And let's see if we can pull off that gear with our pry tool. Nope, it looks like it's all one piece. So we're going to come back to this side now and finish removing the rest of the parts here. It looks like the flywheel, or the alternator rotor. And let's go ahead and pull off the magneto itself, which can't tell if it's good or bad. I think it's bad though. I thought those red things would turn black, but the color of the disc itself looks like it's bad, so we're going to throw that away. Alright, so next up we should be able to pull, oops, we don't want to knock the bike over. We should be able to pull off the remaining casing. So let's get these bolts here. Oh, we already had it loose apparently. This piece is actually good. At least it looks like it's good. So we're going to set that to the side. And here is the whole crankshaft piston assembly. We're not even going to bother taking it apart as they are both trashed. And it looks like the main, we're going to just pull this brake pedal off just for the fun of it. And yeah, it looks like the main engine block part is trash as well. So we're just going to go ahead and get rid of this. That would be called the crankcase A. Okay, so now we just have to buy the new parts and get them all put on. As you can see, we have, it's about equal, but more bad parts than good. And let's just pull this off for the sake of it, because I've never actually pulled one of these off before. Oh, it's called a triple tree. Good to know, good to know. Alright, and I think that's everything we could get off. And we could actually pull off this entire rear swing arm, which is pretty freaking cool. And we're down to a basic frame. How much is that worth? You've guessed it, $0 frickin' dollary-doos. Alright. Okay, so let's go ahead and just start getting the parts. It's going to be pretty much memory, right? Should we do the bike first or the engine first? Great question. Let's do... we're going to do the engine first because it's a lot easier to build like this than if we had freaking wheels on it. So First thing first, we're going to need the crankcase A. And that's about it for that, because we got the other B side here. Okay, so crankcase A, we're going to grab a new head, new carb with a new filter, the crank shaft and piston. All right, and well, maybe it's easier to look at the parts that are good, actually. So the head itself, or the cylinder itself, is good. The cover, those two covers, so all the covers are basically good, so we don't have to worry about them. And a lot of the other parts are bad. Okay, that should be fairly easy to remember. All the covers are bad, or all the covers are good, cylinder's good, and the main block. So that's really the only good parts. Okay, let's just leave this out here. And let's get the parts rolling here. So we are on the L500. And we are, I wonder if these use the same, I doubt it. You know what, let me go look at that engine block real quick. Okay, L500 and the Hardy. Okay, so this is just for the 500cc. I was going to say, should we just upgrade fully to the V2 engine in this thing? No, I think since we have a lot of good parts, we're just going to stick with the same old 500cc engine. Yeah, that sounds like a better plan. Let's switch it to engine. Apparently, all that's the engine. Okay, so let's go ahead and start. We need one piston. I don't think there's any other performance pistons. Well, there is a forged piston. They're worth this. They cost the same. I guess we'll get the forged. I would assume those are a little bit stronger. We don't have a gas tank, so we will go ahead and just buy that. We need an air filter. We need the alternator. We don't need the cover, but we do need the rotor. We do need a new camshaft. We need a new carb. We don't need the cover, but we do need a new sprocket. Yes, we do need a new sprocket. We need a clutch. I don't even think that one had a clutch. There is the clutch gear. And which case did we need? I forget. I believe it was the A, and the B is actually good. I better go double check that real quick. But I'm pretty sure that's the case. Yeah, we need an A and the B was good. Okay. So we need the A. I think that cover is good. We need a new crankshaft. I'm assuming a new crankshaft gear, as I did not see it. Cylinder is good. Cylinder head is not. The cover is good. We do need a new exhaust. We need a new filter cover. Definitely a new fuel line. Definitely a new gearbox. The gear lever looked good. The head gasket was bad. I didn't even see an oil filter or spark plugs. The starter was bad. And I think, did I get the timing chain off the beginning? I don't think so. I think I just got the, yeah, forged piston. So we need a new timing chain. Yeah, so that should be pretty much everything that we need. Let's go ahead and grab the main components first. We'll get the engine block. What is this? I can't read it, but we will grab that. I think we need it. There's the gears. There's a lot of gears here. We might as well just pick up everything and take it all out there. Wow, is that already connected? That's hilarious. It connected kind of by itself there. Yeah, these are all these parts. Let's just go ahead and get them dropped. Let's throw them on. We could throw them over here, I think. There we go. Let's go ahead and just grab the rest of them and bring it all out. Yeah. And the fill filter, and that should be it. I think this is an old box of front brakes. Yeah, we're just going to kind of, oops, we're just going to kind of throw this over here. I did drop my head gasket. All right, and let's grab this tank. And I forgot the exhaust over there, so we'll grab that. So we got a lot of parts. Where's it at? There it is. Oh, we just ripped it apart. That's fine, actually. And let's just grab that exhaust. Okay. Okay, here we go. Do-si-do. So first things first, we are going to attach our block. I believe it was the A. I can't remember already. Oops, and that's not what I was looking for, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and try this again. I think we're going to have to scoot it a little bit back further from those parts. There we go. And let's grab, what is it? Yep, crankcase A, and then crankcase B. I think A was the one that connected first. So we will connect that right on up. And I do believe the bolts are on the back side. Indeed they are. All right. Now before, oops, damn it. All right, now that we got the main crankcase A on, or whatever it is, we are going to go ahead and attach our crankshaft, and then we're going to attach the piston. Or not. I think we will add the piston first, and then we will put it on. There we go. Let's go ahead and get that tight. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and get this put in. And then before we do that, we're going to go ahead and put the magneto on. And then the alternator rotor on top of that. There we go. And now let's go ahead and stick our gears in. And then we're going to slap on the chain sprocket on this side. There we go. Get it all tight. And now, before we add any more gears, that should be everything on the inside. We're going to put this other side casing on, which should lock everything into place inside the engine there. All right, and now we can go ahead and slap on the crank sprocket, the clutch gear. Fantastic. We're not ready for the starter yet. Oh, nope, we are ready for the starter. And I don't believe that actually bolts onto anything. Let's go ahead and grab, next up will be knocking over the bike, of course. That's what the next step is. Okay, that is moving around in there. I wonder if it actually bolts on the back side. I don't think so, but we're going to just kind of click in there with our wrench and see if there's anything that needed to be tight. I don't think so. No. Yeah, that doesn't happen like that. Okay. So next up on the good old chopping block, I guess we might as well add our top cylinder here. Let's get that tight. There we go. Fantastic. We should be able to add the timing chain on. And it looks just like the other one, so I don't think that other one was actually bad. No, we can't put the timing chain on yet. We have to have the head on. Of course we do. And that goes on the head. That's going to go on the head. We could put the head gasket on at this point. That is a fuel filter cover. Well, there's the head. I don't see any more gears lying around, so we should have all of that except for the cam. So let's go ahead and slap that on the top. Get her tightened down. There we go. And now let's add on the cam gears here on the top. Get them tightened down. And then we could put the timing chain on now. There we go. As we can see, it hooks up and then goes down. Very fun, very cool. All right. I think that's everything on the inside. I don't see any more gears or anything. Oh, wait, nope, we are definitely forgetting the clutch. All right. That should go over top of that, though. Let's get that tight. There we are. All right, we should be able to add the cover on this side at this point, which should be this cover, I believe. Yep, indeed it is. Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, because then the kickstart's just going to attach straight to that little shaft there. So I think we got those 4, 2 more here. Didn't realize I was already all squatted all the way down. Okay, that should be all of them. There's the spot for the filter, so let's just go ahead and add that oil filter in there. Perfect. I don't think that's going to bolt in. Well, we just lost it. Where did it go? Oh, nope, it's still there. I couldn't, I thought, okay, never mind, it's still there. I thought that was a different piece. Anyway, let's go ahead and get the fill cover on now. Fill filter cover, tight, tight. This side is mostly done. We could add the kickstart on there if we want. We might as well. There we go. Fantastic. Now this side here, let's see. I think that's going to be it for all of the gears and the parts. So we should be able to add these covers on now. Let's go ahead and put this cover on first. Yep, that's just for the chain sprocket. I don't think we need to have this off to add the chain. And I don't know if I actually bought a chain. That's a timing chain. Yeah, no, I never got a regular chain. Anyway, let's add the other cover on over top of the magneto. Alright, and there is that cover. Fantastic. Now let's go ahead and grab... Oops, hold on a second. Put this back on again. Oh, we have the wrench in our hand. Alright, now that we have all that on, let's see here. We should be able to get the carburetor and all that on at this point. So yeah, we might as well do that. Let's just go ahead and stick on the carb right here. Get her tightened down. And then we'll throw on the filter. There we go. Get her tightened down. And next up, oh, we never got a spark plug. We'll go ahead and grab one of those here. Let's go ahead and stick this cover on though. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and get the fuel line on. I think it adds to this side here. Yep, there it is. We could definitely put the gear shifter on. Oh, we don't have a gear shifter. Okay, good to know. The gear shifter should go on right there. Okay, let's see what's up next. I guess we'll have to just start putting on the actual bike parts at this point. I believe the engine, whoops, we don't want that yet. Let's go get a spark plug. Unfortunately, I don't believe I own, oh, we do own a spark plug here. Is it good? Looks brand new. So yeah, let's throw the spark plug in there. Yep, we're gonna have to tighten it down. So let's get our spark plug wrench real quick. There we go. And tight. Fantastic. Okay, let's put on the line. Okay, so we got all that hooked up. I think that's going to be it for the engine, right? Yeah, it does appear so. We got the filter cover. Yeah, we got all this stuff on. So, yeah. All right, we could start actually doing the bike itself now at this point. Let's go ahead and start with the wishbone or whatever this thing is called. Definitely the wrong thing there. There we go. We got that tight. We're gonna need 2 forks. Let's see if we could add this back end on without it giving us too much trouble here. There we go. I don't know if we could add the brake on yet. Yeah, well, we can, so that's good. All right, there we are. Let's see what's up next on the chopping block. Kickstand is not going on quite yet, so we need to go ahead and get some parts. So we need our handlebars, front 2 forks, and everything that accompanies with that, brake calipers and such. This is the back wheel, which actually looks fine, but we do need the rear brakes. So yeah, let's go ahead and go buy the next allotment of parts. All right, go through the front door here. The heck is this thing? Oh, my tire machine. This radio's in the way. Get out of here. All right, let's take a look here. Put it back on the L500, 500C, and we are going to go with suspension. Yeah, that rear rim looked just fine, but we will need a front rim. Oh, there's two different tires. Interesting. I'll have to see which one we have, but let's go ahead and grab the chain. The front right, front left. We're going to need 2 shock absorbers. And the wheel sprocket, I believe, is fine. So let's see what we can add into our bag. Awesome. It looks like we could actually add everything into it. There we go. Yeah, let's go ahead and start with the forks. Yeah, what size of rim is this? So these are 19s. Okay, and that's the rear. Interesting. All right, let's go ahead and grab our wrench and add on the forks. This is going to be the front right. There we are. And let's go ahead and add the front left now. Perfecto, perfecto. Okay, next up we could go ahead and add the shocks. Oh, those go in the back. What am I doing? Okay, it's a little bit hard to find. Oh, wow, look at that. Look at that. Okay, there it goes. Alright, let's go ahead and add this side now. Unfortunately, the bike is no longer on the correct position. That's okay. We're just going to see if we can set her back down. Yep, perfect. Nope, we can't. That's fine. Let's go ahead and add this shock on now. There we go. And now that both shocks are on there, let's see if this thing will actually stand up right. And it does. Fantastic. But nope, it doesn't. That's okay. I think we're just going to have to let her lay down. Yep. It's just going to have to lay down from this point. I should really buy one of those things. It is really fun to work on the bikes, I will say. Okay, so that's all the parts that we just bought is put on. Let's go ahead and get the front wheel. So this is a 19. We're not putting a fatter wheel on the front. I wouldn't have mind having the 20 on the back. Oh, there is no 20 for the back. Interesting. Oh, that is quite interesting, actually. Usually your back wheel would be a lot fatter. I'm assuming a 20 is fatter. But I think it's just a larger rim. I see. Well, you know what? Let's get the large one, just for funsies. There we go. And while we're here, we're going to go ahead and get our brakes. We don't have a front brake disc. We don't have a brake drum. Can I not buy that? Oh, I ran out of money! Oh, wow. Well, that's the first. Okay, well, let's stick this on, and I think we still have to use the tire thing. Yeah, let's get this wheel on. Alright, there we go. Now, let's just go ahead and attach it. Fantastic. Alright. Why we have it on its side. Well, the brake shoe. Interesting. So the parts don't quite match up here. If we look, I don't see a brake shoe for the L500. It's a brake drum. Yeah, oh, I'm stupid. They're right here. Okay, anyway, let's get it back to the L500. There we go. 23 bucks. Damn, yeah, I can't believe I ran out of money. Let's go ahead and get this front caliper on. I might have to go down to Steve's there and sell a few things to make enough money for this. Which we do have a few things to sell, actually. We got that speaker box that we just recently picked up. That should still be in the back of the car. There we go. And that's it for that. So, yeah, let's go grab that speaker box out of the garage here and sell it and see how much we actually get for it. I also threw all my parts in here, by the way. I was hoping this would help with the crashes and stuff, but we'll see if that's actually true. Anyway, I don't actually have the speaker box anymore. What the hell? Maybe it fell under the car. Oh, thank God it did. Okay, let's go ahead and drop this off at Steve real quick.
You met my brother Ray.
$100. Bloody hell. No, I haven't met your brother, bro. Alright, let's get back up there. I think I'm gonna grab those trophies real quick and just sell off my trophies. Alright, let's see. 200 and 200. Yep, puts us up at $500. Alright, we're back up here now. Let's go ahead and get the rest of the parts that we need. I believe it's going to be quite a bit, so let's go ahead and grab... We got the front. I think we need the back drum. I don't recall seeing that. We're going to need the front caliper, and we're going to need 2 sets of pads. There we go. Let's go ahead and get them dropped. Yep. And let's see. That should be for the back. Yeah. This is the caliper for the front. Perfect. That's the front pads. So let's go ahead and just drop these off. You only get 2. Stick them in. There we go. And let's attach it. We're going to have to turn this bike around though, just so we can get a better view of that disc. There we go. And then this should attach, yep, right there. And let's get her tightened down. 1 and 2, fantastic. Alrighty. Next up is going to be the back brakes. I'm assuming the drum goes over top and then the pads go on the inside. I'm actually not sure about that though. So let's go ahead and drop both of those off. Oh yeah, those are quite a bit beefier. I don't know how this goes though. Okay, so it looks like we actually attach these to the drum. Okay, good to know. There we go. I don't think that's a bolt to tighten. No, it isn't. Okay, and then this should just clip right onto there. Indeed. And it's tight. Okay, let's go ahead and get this rear wheel on. Got that side. Okay, and we got that side there. We will have to attach the rear sprocket. But before we do so, we're going to attach the actual kickstand. And of course it attaches to the other side, so let's go ahead and rotate her around. And bam. Okay, let's go ahead and get that tightened up real quick here. There it is. Perfect. Okay, awesome. Let's go ahead and get this upright. There we go. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that sprocket looks fine, I believe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that sprocket's fine. Alright, we should be able to add the chain on now. Indeed we can. Fantastic. What do we got left? Our handlebars, basically. Let's go ahead and just throw on the exhaust. There we are. We got all the levers. Yep, everything's looking good. We got to make sure we don't forget to put oil and stuff in it. Let's take a look at the value. So we're at 1,700. I don't remember how much money I had when we started the build, before we started purchasing everything. I'd have to go back and look at the beginning of the video to see what kind of money we're actually making. Because remember, we bought this for 1,300. So it's worth $500 more at this point, but I don't know if we've actually put $500 into it or not. Let's just go ahead and bring this tank over here real quick. That's going to get painted as well. Let's go ahead and finish up the handlebars, I suppose. And let's go ahead and grab everything else we need. None of the levers were good, so let's get both levers. Well, let's get the handlebars first. Let's go with, should we go with the big ones, or should we get some small ones? That's a tough question. Typically the Hardy, I would put the big ones on, but this bike I feel like it would look a little bit better with the small ones. Let's just get the big ones anyway for fun and just see how that looks. All right, we're going to get the pegs. We are going to grab the clutch lever and the brake lever. Both handlebars were good. We are going to need a headlight. There's two, actually. A chromed headlight. We're getting the black one. And the cover. And I believe we're just going to need a seat. I'm not too sure which seat to get, so we'll wait for that one. Let's get the rest of the stuff on first. Alright, there we go. Looks like everything is baggable. Let's go ahead and get it all dropped. Let's get our wrench, and we'll start with the pegs down here first. So let's go ahead and put these on. See if we could figure out where they bolt on, actually. Let's come around to this side. Okay, it looks like they go right underneath the peg itself. Okay. That was just a little bit hidden. Okay, let's go ahead and throw the handlebars on. Yeah, I think it would look better with the smaller ones. That's okay, though. Let's go ahead and get this tight. And next up will be the headlight. Let's go ahead and put that on. I think we need the case on first, though. Is that paintable? If it is, we're going to bring it over here, so we'll wait for the headlight, actually. Let's go ahead and get the grips on. No, we're going to put the levers on first. That's the brake. I haven't rode a bike in so long. There we go. And let's get the clutch lever. It's weird, in the picture it showed like wires, but okay, let's get that on, and now we could probably get the throttle on. Apparently that's not the throttle. There we go, and this should be the throttle. Indeed. Okay, there we go. We could probably put the tachometer on now. Indeed. Yep, there we go. And yeah, I think that's it. Except for the paint job and the seat, of course. So let's go get some paint. I was thinking blue, but since I've got the black version of the light, I think we might try to actually paint it black. Because I would like to have a black bike. So let's go to color. Let's switch this puppy all the way down. We're going to do a 0000. Let's buy it, and let's repaint everything all over again. It's fine. There we go. Okay, we have to, like, make sure our pointer's not over the piece, otherwise we grab it. Just like that. There we go, and let's finish the tank up here. Let's get on the inside. Might have to flip it over. Alright, let's get this here. Yep, and let's get the top. There we go. And let's see if we can grab this little piece. There we go. And let's just double check all these parts real quick. Looks black as the night. Same with that one. I think we're going to go to this side, though. We get a little bit better reflection. Yeah, that looks fine. What about the bottom side of these? Looks good. And what about this one? Oh, there's still some blue on the little tabs there. Oh, there's a little bit of blue on the inside there, too, so I think we got it. And yep, I think we got it all. Oh, there's still some on this tank here that we missed. There we go. Okay, that looks pretty dang good. let's go ahead and start by adding on the fenders. This one, oh yeah, this one looks like the front fender. Indeed. This one is the rear. Let's get these little side panels on. And then this one here. And those don't bolt on at all, but the fenders do, so let's get those tight. Looks like right there on the inside is where you'll find those bolts. And then this one is going to be up underneath. Indeed it is. Now we're going to go ahead and add the gas tank. There we go. And now, oops, I did forget that piece there, so let's get that painted. Let's go ahead and rotate it around, make sure we got it all, and we did not. So now we'll just bend down. And there we go. So let's go ahead and add the light thingamabob. Get it tight. There. And right there. Let's go ahead and add on the light bulb itself. I don't know if it actually comes with bulbs. That is something we might need to actually double check by turning it on, of course. Alright, so that's pretty much everything. I think anyway. Except for the seat, which we do have enough to get the seat, so looks like selling off our trophies was definitely worth it. So let's just go ahead and go buy that real quick here. Accessories, I'm not too sure what's the difference. This looks like a long seat, this looks like a short seat. I don't think we're going to put anybody on the back, so let's go ahead and just get the short seat put on there. Oh man, this would have been a nice thing to take to the interior shop and got a different color. Alright, how does the seat bolt on? I wonder if that actually went on underneath all this junk. It does. Yep, so I should have waited to put these side panels on, but that's okay. We was able to reach our head through. Now that should be everything. Let's take a look at it. Well, the color correction's off, so we can easily change that. There we go. So we have it all the way up to 2,900. I don't know if fuel actually does anything as far as price goes, but we do want to throw some fuel in it because we do want to take it for a ride and make sure it runs. And of course, we do need to add oil to it still. So let's see, where do we add the oil? Right here. Yep, it is empty. So let's see, I don't think I have any oil containers lying around. And if I do, they're probably empty. So let's go across, grab some oil. And then we also need some fuel. So let's just take the whole bike across the street here. There we go. Good question I have for everybody. Does anybody know if anybody makes a freaking diesel motorcycle? That would be kind of amazing, I feel like. Okay, let's get some gas in there. Oops. We're just going to put just a couple liters. Nothing too crazy. Alright, let's get our oil. There we go. And that cap doesn't come off. I think we just literally pour it straight into this. Well, I think the other side. We still have to fill up the tires as well. Yeah, let's see. Okay, it says it's filling. Perfect. I don't know how much it will use. I would imagine not a full bottle. Kind of felt like half. Let's take a look. Oh no, it's going to use the full bottle. Well, actually, it almost uses 2 full bottles, as we can see here. But it is within range. Should I just get the other bottle, do you think? Or do you think it'll be fine? Let's take a look at the value. Still worth the same. I think it'll be fine. Let's go grab the air pump real quick. Yep, let's fill up the tires. And the rear tire as well. It does appear to be a little bit low. Oh, there it is. All right. Oh, we never put the gas cap back on. Luckily, it's still hovering in the air. All right. I think we're ready to take this thing for a ride. Let's go ahead and get sat on her. I forgot the mouse is super sensitive. Let's go ahead and... Why is... Look, I don't know. Anyway, let's get it kick-started. We'll put it into... Put the clutch in. Where the hell did it go? There we go. Alright, let's take off. Or not. Oh, is there like clutch? Is there lines that I need to hook up? I don't know. It says I'm in first. Well, I'm missing something, so let's turn her off. Not too sure what's missing here. I don't know. I didn't see a clutch cable. Let's go back into the shop and see. Yeah, it's like I didn't put the gears in right or something. Weird. Oh look, I know what it is. I'm missing my freaking gear shifter. Yeah. And I think the problem is the big wheel on the front. So let's go grab a light bulb. Let's turn it off real quick. Let's make sure... Yeah, let's go grab a light bulb. And of course the gear shifter. I can't believe I forgot that. It's sitting right there. Oh no, it's not. Oh, it didn't have one. That's why. Okay, yeah, let's grab the gear shifter and a light bulb. I think I actually have a light bulb here. I don't know if this works or not, but we'll find out. Okay, let's grab this shifter though. Oh, it's probably part of the engine. Yep, there it is. Okay, gear lever. Let's go back to accessories, see if it shows us the light bulbs. It does not show us which light bulbs to use, so hopefully the light bulbs here will actually work. But let's grab that in the gear shifter. Yeah, that would make sense. I can't shift it into gear. Hilarious. Okay, let's drop both of these. Let's drop the bag. Let's see if there's any actual bulbs in here. There is. Let's see if this actually works. It does. And we're going to grab the wrench and put on the shifter itself. Genius. So let's see if it goes up any value. I mean, we got 5 stars across the board. 2956. I think it goes on the it goes on the other side here. There we go. And tight. Let's see what it goes up to. $3,001 dues. Fantastic. Okay, let's jump. Oh, well, let's start it first before we jump on it. There we go. Let's make sure the lights work. And it does. Fantastic. Let's take her for a small cruise. And of course, because it's not in neutral, it died. So let's go ahead and throw in the clutch. And here we go. Just gonna go ahead and not run into anything. Yep, seems like it runs pretty good. Oh, the speedo doesn't work, so let's go ahead and replace that. I would like to 100% this. Yep, so let's go ahead and take it back up front and get a proper speedometer on here. That actually works. There we go. Oops, I have the clutch in, but it still died. Anyway, let's just put it in neutral and jump off the bike. Okay, it works. Yeah, let's grab the wrench from over here and put on the speedo. And see how much it actually goes up in value. So with the broken one, it is at $3,001. We take off this broken one, however, it is worth $29.56. And apparently I freaking unbolted this thing, so that's unfortunate. Okay, that should work now. Let's get the wrench in hand so we can immediately stick it back on. There we go. Tighten up, please. There we go. Okay, and let's grab the new speedo. So, $104. It was at 3,000 and we don't even have enough money for that. Ah, shite. Bullet, you bastard. I'm gonna sell something real quick and I'll be right back. We're gonna sell the rear demolition derby bumper. Alright, see how much we get for this bumper.
Don't be going and using too much Bondo now.
150 bucks for the bumper, so that's good. Let's go ahead and get that speedo. Let's see if it actually... This is like kind of a moment when you have diminishing returns, right? So with the old one, it was at $3,001. With the taken off, we're at $2,956. So I highly doubt this is going to go up to $3,150, but let's find out. Alright, let's see how much it's worth now. Yeah, see, it's still worth the same, so I just wasted $100 on that. So sometimes it's not worth actually replacing all of the parts, you know what I mean? Let's go ahead and get this into the right position, and we're going to go ahead and get it sold. Alright, there we go. A fully rebuilt L500 from basically bare bones to now. So let's go ahead and get her sold, and we're going to call it. So $3,000. We bought it for $1,300. I have no idea how much I put into it, but I do believe I had around 600 bucks or so at the beginning of the episode. So we still did make a decent profit off of it, maybe $1,000 or so. But let's go ahead and get her sold, and voila, there we are, up to 3,000. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that episode. It was, you know, all about the L500. Next up, with this $3,100 that we have, we are going to go through and start basically doing the same thing to this lad, up to the point where we don't have any money left. So, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Later on, guys.